Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. I'm going to read through the majority of the article here. There's a link in the description. We're also going to play a video, so I'm going to provide a full trigger warning. There's going to be you're going to witness a death of this lady here, Amelia Baca, 75 years of age. She was shot dead in her own home on April the 16th by a veteran police officer after her daughter called 911 and reported that this woman, Amelia Baca, was threatening to kill several people within the home. She had knives and she was acting in a very bad way. So we'll start off by watching the video, this video here. So again, a full trigger warning. This is going to involve the fatal shooting of this woman that you will see in the doorway. So if that is not something you want to expose yourself to, I quite understand. But I will be playing it. And I should mention, should have mentioned, I think I forgot, ironically, that the lady in question, the 75-year-old woman, was suffering from dementia. And her daughter seemingly believed that she was going through an episode, that she perhaps had not taken her medication that morning, April the 16th of this year. So here is the confrontation with the veteran police officer. Again, trigger warning. This is going to result in you will see the fatal shooting of the 75-year-old woman that suffers from dementia.
Police department, can you guys step up for me?
Please be very careful.
Set it down!
No,
Set it down now! Back up! Back up! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Okay, back up! Back up now! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Do it now! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Do it now! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Do it now! Put him on the ground! Put him on the ground! Put it down now! Put it down! Put the down! Good? I'm good. We need to put her in cuffs and I need to check on that. Okay. We need to check at 827. We got one knife right here. We got another one. I don't know where the second knife is. Her hands are clear.
Yeah, I mean, it is terrible. It is tragic. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to give you my opinion. There's every chance that you will not agree with my opinion. I'll tell you what, let me refresh. My opinion is that I do not blame the police officer. I don't blame the police officer at all. At all. I personally, and I'm no expert at this, I've never been in law enforcement. I don't know all of the training. I don't know too much about mental health issues, dementia episodes. But I do know that knives can kill people. I'm aware of that. And I can see that she had two knives in her hand. We'll watch it again. She puts one of the knives away. I mean, these are long knives. These are kitchen knives. The two women that come out, I believe they're both her daughters, or at least one of them is. And we'll read through the article in a moment. But it does say that this woman suffering from dementia, the mother, was acting erratically and threatening everyone within the home, including a child. So she's put one of the knives down. She's still got one in her hand. I think it's suggested that she steps forward. That's arguable. I mean, she's in motion, isn't she? She's got to. She walks back and now she's walking forward again. Yeah, she does walk forward again. You know, she walked back and then walked forward. With a knife in her hand. after being told multiple times by the police officer to drop the knives. I don't blame the police officer, personally. That's just my gut instinct. The police officer... I'm sorry for laughing. I shouldn't laugh. It's not that I find this funny, but the police officer didn't ask for this situation. The police officer is trying to cope with this situation as best as possible. He does not want anyone moving forward towards him when they're holding a knife. That's not something that the police officer wants. That's not something that the police officer has asked for. The police officer has asked for the complete opposite of that. Put the fucking knives down. Yeah, multiple times. And unfortunately, this lady failed to comply with a very reasonable request. So what did the police officer do wrong here? What, he was supposed to wait for her to get closer? Is that it? No. No, I'm not going to buy that argument. I'm not going to buy the argument that he ought to have let her walk closer. Not going to buy that myself. Another argument, perhaps, he shouldn't have used an actual gun, he should have used a taser. Okay, that argument I would listen to. That argument may hold water. Why was he using a real gun and not a taser? And again, I'm not a part of law enforcement, but I would imagine that if someone has 2 long knives or 1 long knives and they come towards you, I would feel that there would be justification in using an actual gun as opposed to a taser. So I think there is a level of argument that a taser may have been superior in some ways. It may have avoided the death of this 75-year-old. But I don't think that in itself, even if that is true, I don't think that in itself is a strong enough argument to say that the police officer ought not use an actual gun. Don't know. I'd listen to the argument about a taser, but I'm not sure if I would completely agree with it. Seemingly, one of the daughters was saying to the woman this happened in America, in New Mexico, but seemingly they weren't speaking English, saying that it's one of the daughters allegedly was saying to the mother, the 75-year-old, that it's not a real gun, it's just a taser. And maybe that was an incredibly fucking stupid thing to have said to this woman that suffers from dementia. Maybe the daughter shouldn't have said, "Oh, don't worry about it, mum. It's not a real gun." Maybe she shouldn't have said that. So anyway, there's that video there. Pretty damning. Pretty damning. It's not really the right word. To me, again, I'm taking no issue with the police officer. There is a 911 call, which I'm not going to play, but it is there in the link to the description. So I'm now just going to read through the details of the article if you want to stick around for that. If you don't, I perfectly understand. If you're going to leave at this point, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. Tell me your thoughts. You've watched the video, hopefully. You watched it with me. What do you think? Do you think the officer was justified? Do you think they weren't justified? Should they have allowed themselves to risk being stabbed? Should they have used a taser? Tell me what you think, and we can have a little conversation about that. Don't even mind if you use harsh words, to be honest with you. It's okay if you disagree with me. It's perfectly fine. But if you are going to stick around, then I'll read through the full details at this point. A police officer fatally shot a 75-year-old woman with dementia in the doorway of her New Mexico home for refusing to drop 2 giant carving knives after threatening to kill her daughter. Yeah, let's not paint this person as a completely innocent party. Amelia Baca, 75. Yes, she's an old lady, sure. She's an old lady that was threatening the lives of those that were in her home at that time. It's not that nice of a lady, do you know what I mean? The horrifying moment was captured on the cop's body cam after Amelia Baca's daughter called 911 and reported that the woman was trying to kill me. Amelia Baca of Las Cruces was shot dead on April the 16th by a 9-year veteran officer after her daughter called 911. And the article's decided to repeat itself for some reason, so we'll skip that. I really need an officer, an ambulance, or someone because my mother's getting aggressive right now. She's 75, she has dementia. I'm hiding in a room because she is threatening to kill me. I have my little one here. The freaked out daughter told police she didn't know where her mother obtained the weapon and wasn't sure if she took her medication. She's hitting the floor with the knife. She's going to kill me, said the daughter to the police. The daughter later reported that the mother, Amelia Baca, had begun to throw hot water and was scaring the little girl, who could be heard crying in the back room. So I'm just going to comment here for a little bit. I mean, why are these fucking women, right? The daughters, I believe they're both daughters, that come out and they're crying because their crazed mother got shot dead. I mean, I suppose that's understandable, but why are they blaming the police? Why are they doing that? In the 911 dispatch call, and I believe at least some of that information, if not the majority of it, if not all of it, would have been accurately relayed to the police officer or officers. The police officer or officers would have been aware that this crazed woman had been threatening her own children, her own granddaughter perhaps, threatening the lives whilst holding knives and whilst throwing hot water at them. You know, the mother was scaring the daughters. What the fuck do you think these police officers to do? Do you think they just wave a magic wand and everything gets better in an instant? It doesn't work like that. These police officers are working in the real world where there's real physics, where real knives cause real lacerations and can cause real death, as can real guns and real bullets. I mean, it's just unreasonable to expect police officers to solve these problems of insane people coming at them with knives, with nobody getting hurt. What the fuck do you expect them to do? Do you expect the police officers to make everyone a cup of tea and hand out some cupcakes afterwards as well? I mean, get fucking real, people. You fucking insane idiots. Get fucking real. This is real life and shit happens. That stupid fucking C word, mother, 75-year-old, I'm not going to feel sympathy for her because she's old. I'm not going to feel sympathy for her because she's got a fucking vagina. I know you want me to. It's not going to happen. I don't give a flying fuck that she has a vagina. I don't give a flying fuck that she's 75. I don't give a flying fuck that she's got dementia. It makes no fucking difference. The point is, she came towards a police officer holding two very fucking large knives after having threatened the lives of her own fucking children and granddaughter or grandchild. She deserved to get shot. There, I said it. She fucking deserved to get shot. I would buy this police officer a beer. I would give this police officer a lift home. I'd invite him to my next barbecue. I like this police officer. This police officer did the right thing. He acted when action needed to be taken. He did the right thing. I guarantee he followed his training. The police officer, a 9-year veteran, arrives at the scene in Las Cruces at about 6:45 p.m. and asks this crazed fucking lunatic piece of shit, C-word, dementia-ridden old fucking woman to step out of the home. Two adult women exit the home, with one of them telling the officer to please be very careful with her. Look, bitch, she's got two knives. She's coming at him. He ain't going to be careful with her. He's going to do what he needs to fucking do. That's how these things work. And they cannot work any other way. The 911 caller, child and husband reportedly escaped the home through a window. Yeah, it's okay for them, yeah? Everyone else is scared shitless by this fucking lunatic. They run out, they jump out of windows to get away from her because they are scared for their lives. And they expect this police officer, oh, no worries, love, you want to come walking towards me with a couple of large knives? Yeah, no worries, no worries. Come closer, or we'll have a nice little chat. What the fuck are you expecting, you fucking bunch of low IQ piece of shits? Additional videos suggest that the two women who exited the home arrived after the 911 call was made. The mother can be seen standing in the doorway like a fucking lunatic with two large knives at her side on the officer's body camera footage. Set it down, the officer instructed. Back up, drop the knives. By the way, he said that a dozen times. The stupid C-word, dementia-ridden fucking old whore appears to tell the officer no several times. She refused, and at one point she can be seen backing up and placing both knives in one hand, what the fuck is that about, and holding them over what appears to be a couch out of frame. I mean, the police officer, he only gets this view into the premises. He doesn't know if anyone else is there. He doesn't know. He doesn't know if there's an AR-15 here or a shotgun or an AK-47. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He doesn't know if there's half a dozen fucking rabid Dobermans or pit bulls ready to be unleashed. He doesn't fucking know. He doesn't know if the women that are stood to his right, if they've got guns, if they've got knives. He doesn't know. He doesn't know because he's got two eyes and one brain, and he can only process a certain amount of information. And what he's focused on is this absolute fucking lunatic that's refusing to comply directly in front of him with two long knives, who has scared everyone in the house to the point that they've jumped out of windows. The older woman begins to wave the officer backward with her free hand as he continues to tell her to drop the fucking knives. She takes 2 steps forward and the officer fires 2 shots. Good. Well done, sir. You did the right thing. That's what you had to do. It wouldn't have been easy. It would have gone against your instincts. Maybe that part isn't correct, but you wouldn't have wanted. You didn't wake up that morning and go, you know what? I would love to shoot an old lady tonight or today. That would be great. I'd fucking love it. He did not do that. He didn't ask to be in this position. He's serving the community and he's had to face this fucking lunatic with knives walking towards him. The 2 women scream simultaneously. Yes, that's what they do. And the daughter begins to cry. The younger woman can be heard telling the woman in Spanish, "Mama, it is not a real gun." Well, bitch, you fucked that one up, didn't you? You dozy fucking C-word. What the hell are you telling her that it's not a real gun for? Tell her, "Mama, put the fucking knives down, you stupid fucking cunt." That's what you should be telling her. Not the gun isn't real, you fucking... Honestly, if I was there, I would... They initially thought the gun was a Taser, but later discovered that it wasn't. Yes, it wasn't. By the way, ladies, police officers in America have real fucking guns. Breaking news. The dementia-ridden old bat was pronounced dead on the scene. By the way, look, I'm not attacking her for having dementia. Look, I'm attacking her because she thought it would be a good idea to not drop the knives and to walk towards the police officer with a knife in her hand. That's why I'm attacking her. I don't go around attacking people with dementia. I don't go around attacking 75-year-old women, you know, by and large, not that often. But I am in this case because she fucked up. She put that police officer in a dreadful position, and she fucked around and she found out. And her daughters found out too. The community have found out. And there's been plenty of examples of people finding out that if you fuck around, when a police officer or police officers are rightfully instructing you to lower your weapons or to You know, get to the ground or whatever it happens to be, to submit to being arrested, to submit to being handcuffed. I don't know, to me it seems like a good idea to comply to such instructions, especially when a gun is pointed at you. In a post-incident interview obtained by Las Cruces Sun News, her granddaughter revealed the old woman didn't know English and she had the officer not to shoot Baca, not to shoot her. Okay, well, why didn't she know English? Whatever. I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to say things like that, but it seems a bit fucking stupid to me not to be 75 years of age and not be able to speak English if you're a citizen of the country. But whatever. Oh, yeah, police officer. Excuse me, Mr. Police Officer. How many languages do you know? Why don't you know 24 languages? Why can't you be fully fluent in every single language there is on the planet? Mr. Police Officer, didn't you do your training properly? I told them plenty of times, don't shoot her, she's mentally ill, she told detectives. Bitch, you're mentally ill. You think you know better than the police officers? What the fuck are you on about? You think that they're going to follow your instructions, you dozy fucking... I've already said the C word, cunt. You fucking moron. The police officer isn't going to follow your instructions. The police officer is going to follow his training. Which is, shoot a cunt if they come at you with a knife. I don't even know how many times... Yeah, whatever. Don't shoot her, she's mentally ill. Well, that might well be the case, daughter. But she's got a fucking knife in her hand. I think that's pretty much it. The police officer has not been named or charged with a crime. They have more than 70 hours of crisis intervention training, and is currently working on the patrol desk. So here's my message to that police officer. I'd love it if the police officer was able to watch this, or any of the police officers from that department. Here's my message to that police officer. If it's in any way possible to pass on my message to the police officer, that would be wonderful. I guess the odds are slim, but who knows. And by the way, I'm not a law enforcement guy. I don't know anything about law enforcement, but here's my gut feeling. Sir, you did the right thing. Sir, this is an incredibly unfortunate situation. You did not ask for this situation. You put your life in danger every single day you go to work and protect the community you serve. You protect the community. Sir, you did the right thing. You know, the body cam shows that she came towards you with a knife after having scared the bejesus out of everyone around her. She was failing to comply. You did not shoot her out of spite. This isn't you getting vengeance for anything. This isn't you being a homicidal maniac or anything along those lines. You protected your own life, sir, and you had every right to do that. It's what you were trained to do. It's what you had to do. It's an unfortunate event. It's an unfortunate situation that you, sir, did not in any way instigate. You were there to protect, and you did protect. It's unfortunate, but this is not your doing. I hope that this officer does not face any adverse repercussions from this. They acted exactly, I would think, again, I'm no law enforcement expert, but I would think that they acted exactly as they would be trained to do. I would hope that they receive whatever support that they need from their superiors, from the police department, from their colleagues, from the psychologists, if that's appropriate. Perhaps it will be, and there's no shame if it is. But I hope that he's able to continue with his career, continue with his great, excellent work, with no adverse repercussions. So I do understand it's completely normal to be made, I can't remember the exact terms, but to go on leave, paid leave, for a certain period of time after a fatal shooting, and or be taken off the streets and have a desk role for a certain period of time. I think that's probably standard procedure for good reasons. But I hope that that remains temporary, and I hope he's able to continue with his fine work moving forward. And I'm going to wrap things up here. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've gotten more angry going through this video than I thought I would. I did not think I'd be this angry at all. I think it's because I just did another video of an incredibly disgusting topic, which has upset me more than I've realized. But either way, I'm going to wrap things up here, guys. If you do like this type of content, if I've not made a complete fool of myself, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. Tell me your opinion. Am I a complete fucking arsehole? Am I a moron? Am I wrong for attacking a woman? Oh my, a 75-year-old with dementia? Am I wrong? Or am I right in thinking that if someone, whomever they happen to be, whatever age, sex, race, comes at a police officer or indeed anybody else with a knife, that we have the right to defend ourselves, and that a police officer absolutely has a right to defend themselves. So look, if you agree, disagree, please feel free to comment. You can be as angry as I am if you like. I don't mind. I like it. And I'm going to wrap things up here, guys. I think I might need a glass of Merlot, perhaps. I'll leave you to it.